Got here a little bit later today, so we are waiting for our ticket time to get into the gift shop here at Buffalo Trace. Unfortunately for us spoiled Ohio folk, it's Weller Special Reserve, so probably won't be grabbing a bottle today because we can get it at home all the time, but we're still gonna pop in and look around the gift shop. This is the event center that you can rent out for receptions and things like that at Buffalo Trace. Really cool garden area, different little cabins. Got thunder right here, carved from a single block of limestone. More of the garden here. Really neat little water feature. While we were waiting on our time slot to get into the gift shop, Mom and I continued to adventure around the garden area at Buffalo Trace. It's really beautiful, cool statue of Blanton there. The landscaping is phenomenal. Just cool little things to check out if you have some extra time while you're waiting to get into the gift shop or waiting on your tour to start. I would definitely suggest roaming around the grounds a little bit. After grabbing some Freddy's root beer for the road and getting really lucky at a Kroger liquor store on some great bottles and deals, we hit up Woodford Reserve to at least check it out. We didn't have a tour or a tasting. Unfortunately, we couldn't see much. A lot of it's blocked off. So we went into the gift shop, looked around, very Abercrombie vibe, kind of overpriced. Hopefully we can get back for a tour because otherwise it was kind of disappointing.
Emmett, you're doing it! Keep going! Keep going! Emmett, what are you doing? Hey, don't cut anything on there. What are you doing, bub? Look at me. Look at me. Are you doing bike decorating? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and do it. Okay, pedal. There you go. Awesome, dude. Look where you're going.
All right, we're coming up on Castle and Key Distillery, which is the old Taylor distillery that is being revitalized. Heading towards the botanical garden and towards the creek that runs through the property. Really cool gazebo. Find a spot here for a family picture. See over there they've got Adirondack chairs lined along the creek so you can just hang out, sip a cocktail from counter 17. They have a food truck on site today, or you can bring your own food and just kind of hang out. No tours right now, but you can walk the grounds. It is beautiful. This is the key part of Castle and Key. The spring house. And as much as I hate taking them, the spring house is an awesome spot for pictures. Taylor modeled it after taking a trip to Europe and seeing the Greek columns. And really just the grounds overall at Castle and Key are absolutely gorgeous, above and beyond any of the other distilleries that we went to. As you can see in a lot of these pictures, they just kept a lot of the history there, didn't strip it away. And the gift shop is really cool too. It's very rustic yet modern, and the castle itself you just can't beat. Just overall a beautiful place to visit. After leaving Castle and Key, Mom was nice enough to take the kids for the evening so that Tara and I could have a date night, and we started it with a Trace tour at Buffalo Trace so she could get a feel for what a tour was like. it was really cool. We got to see where Single Oak Project was stored and heard how that came about. I got to see a warehouse behind a hidden bookshelf, which was pretty neat. And even though Mom and I had done a Taylor tour earlier in the week, this tour was a lot different. I learned a lot of new stuff, so I think any tour you can get really is worth it at Buffalo Trace. We got to see a Weller barrel that was barreled in '07, which means that it's going to be pappy because it's beyond the years of becoming Weller. And then finished with a tasting where Tara polished every single one, which I was shocked by, and she actually really liked the Eagle Rare. And once we left there, we headed into downtown Lexington to the Distillery District, had a nice dinner, checked out a cidery, which was a new thing for us, and then hit up Ethereal Brewing for a really good beer and some nice conversation that we don't get to have a whole lot of anymore with having 2 kids. And then we finished off our date night with some awesome ice cream at Crank and Boom, where you can do an ice cream flight. We got blueberry lime cheesecake, bourbon honey, cookies and cream, and banana chocolate, and every single one of them was awesome. We even took 3 more pints home. So definitely check out Crank and Boom, some of the best ice cream I've probably ever had. It's time for the 4th of July golf cart parade.
We're in our campsite. We're having 4th of July in the pool.
The camping donuts.
Are they yummy, Mom?
Oh yeah. Camping donut time.
Sis is having a great day. I'm having a great day in the pool today. So at least I don't know how to ride my bike, but I gotta learn it. But I don't want to learn my helmet.
Happy July 4th morning. It's time for some camping donuts. Happy 4th of July, Bubba.
To the Santa.
You're going to the camp store?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Is that how much money you have to have for these?
You need about 12.
Is that 12?
So keep going. You have 4, so keep going.
16, 14, 15. Is that 4?
I think you probably have enough there. Alright, ready to go get it?
Yeah.
Getting ready to take a little bit of a bike ride around the campground and ride over to the actual Kentucky Horse Park. Looks like there's a little pond over there, so we're gonna ride a big loop and enjoy our day here on the 4th of July. Here we go. We're entering the Kentucky Horse Park. Looks like we just go this way, even though it says don't enter. The sign says go this way, so that's the way I'm gonna go. Here's Rolex Stadium. I don't know what they do here. Fishing. I think that might be our path, actually. Yeah. Because this is our path right here. Rainbow trout, catfish, largemouth, bluegill, and other sunfish. Looks like somebody's reeling one in right now. Here, buddy, I think he's catching a fish. See? Look right here. He's gonna have a fish. Somebody else is reeling one in, buddy. Alright, we are back to the camper.
In the video?
Come on. Go, 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 go. Good job. Huh?
Water again.
You want it to go under the water again?
Yeah.
Alright, here it goes.
Emmett, you gonna jump? What are you doing, girl? Oh.
Come over here.
Come on.
Get in.
1, 2, 3.
Good job, man. You've come a long way from Indigo Bluff when you hated the water. Good job. Good job. Where are we going, bud?
Go to the pet zoo.
Petting zoo. Alright, let's go check it out. We are at the petting zoo. Hey, buddy. Where do I start? Good job, buddy. What are you doing, bud? You giving it a brush?
Give it a brush.
You brush it with that? Ah.
What was doing? I don't know. I know it's
Hey, what was your favorite?
Horses.
The horsies? Pretty cool.
And the chickens and ducks are funny.
Saw everything? Alright. And the goats?
Alright.
You ready for real, for real?
Right, for real. Ready to get smoked.
I really wasn't like.
Yeah, I wasn't going super slow. I think, seriously, with 3 players, it really does slow it down.
Yeah.
Because without having that 4th person throwing cards out there.
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, play.
Alright.
Alright, tonight, beautiful shish kebabs, pasta salad, and crack potatoes for the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
Little firecracker.
What are you doing? No, you gotta do it on the concrete.
Doesn't work on the grass, buddy.
Mom, what's we doing?
Oh yeah.
Here, can I do some? What's it? I go. It's a cake! It's dessert!
It's a funnel cake.
It's a funnel cake! It's always what we have!
That goodness. Look here.
I'm a monster!
Here you go.
Oh, I look
Go.
different. I look different. I look different in the camera. It's not me.
Yes. Watch, we're gonna do E, M, T. Maybe this isn't good. Here it goes. No.
Hold it out.
Hold it out. Hold it out. Hold it out. Make big circles. What do you think?
Quick pit stop at Buffalo Trace first because they put out some E.H. Taylor today. So we're gonna make a quick pit stop. We've already dumped, and then we are making the trip home.
Say bye, Emmett. Say bye, Horse Park. Say bye, Horse Park. I know, you're always so sad to leave, huh? Bye, boy. Another great trip.
To wrap this one up, decided to put together a top 5 of the different distilleries we were able to see during our time in Kentucky. We were able to see 10 in total. But the thing to keep in mind, some of those we literally only got to see the gift shop. Other ones we only did a tasting, and then some of them we were able to do a tour as well. So these rankings are probably a little skewed by that, but nonetheless, based on what we got to see, here are the top 5 from the 10 different ones that we were able to see in our time. Coming in at number 5 is actually a tie, which I know is kind of lame to start off with a tie. It's cheating because really it's 6, but regardless, Four Roses and Wild Turkey, to me, really similar good experiences, probably because they were both only tastings is why they weren't higher on the list. But both of the tastings had really nice offerings. Four Roses had a great gift shop, and we were really lucky to get there on a day where they had the single barrel proof. And Wild Turkey, just a beautiful setting overlooking a valley, also a really nice gift shop. Unfortunately, didn't have the opportunity to do tours there, but would really like to get back there and check those out. Coming in at number 4 was our tasting at Heaven Hill. The lineup for that tasting was probably the best of any of them, tours, tastings, anything. With the Parker's Heritage, that just blew me away, along with the McKenna, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. The Connoisseur Tour tasting at Heaven Hill is totally worth it. And their new facility is really nice. It's not, at least at the time we went, wasn't totally operable, like 100% open yet. So I'm sure going back and experiencing it in full would probably change its ranking here. But if you have the opportunity, go do a tasting at Heaven Hill. Coming in at number 3 was the visit that we made to Castle and Key. They weren't offering any tours or tastings at the time that we went, but they did allow you to go up to a little outside bar and order some of their different drinks. You could get a cocktail, you could sample their ryes. They didn't have any bourbon yet, probably why they weren't a little higher on the list, and not being able to actually tour the facility. But Beautiful grounds, botanical garden was awesome. The key-shaped spring house was really neat. The castle as you go in, the history there with E.H. Taylor, just overall a really unique place to visit. And I'm sure would be higher had we been able to tour. So we'll be back now that they're offering that to Castle and Key. Coming in at number 2, and really a difficult choice between 1 and 2, was Buffalo Trace. The balance of the beautiful garden that they have to walk around, the various tours that they offer, the Taylor tour where you get to see Bourbon Pompeii, the Trace tour that takes you into some of the different buildings. You get to go behind a hidden trap door into a warehouse. Overall, really great offerings as far as bourbon goes, obviously, and there's a ton of history that goes along with Buffalo Trace. Would have loved to have been able to see Freddie while we were there, but I know whenever we head back down to Kentucky, we'll be making another stop in there. But by a nose, Buffalo Trace, second place. Coming in at first place, and really a surprise to me, was the Willett Distillery experience. The great thing about Willett with their tour was the fact that you got to do the tasting throughout, and you got to choose what you tasted at each stopping point along the way. It just allowed you to enjoy each pour a little bit more instead of them being crammed in at the very end. And you got to try something that you think maybe you would like a little bit more than something else. So just getting to choose from their different offerings, and the tour guide was great. It has a more of a small feel to it than some of the other distilleries did. An old school Kentucky vibe with the visitor center. Really cool looking bar upstairs that we didn't get to check out, unfortunately. But Willett, a huge surprise, and some really good products beyond the fancy pot still bottle that everybody sees and knows about. So Willett definitely needs to be at the top of anyone's list who's going down to bourbon country. Going to wrap this one up. Phenomenal trip. We crammed a lot of stuff into a small amount of time. Tara was awesome watching the kids for a lot of the trip so that Mom and I could go experience this, but really just a fantastic experience for my 30th birthday, and really can't wait to go back and check out some of the other cool distilleries that Kentucky has to offer. We'll see you guys soon.